What's up with it? Everybody okay? We all right already? I'm just doing a quick fast little stream. Probably won't be in it, but maybe an hour. Maybe an hour. But I'm just gonna say some things. Everybody ain't gonna play with you. Everybody ain't gonna play with you. Some of you people think y'all good people. Maybe not. What you look like don't make you a good person. Let me make that clear. If you can't give what you ask for, don't ask for it. If you can't be a friend to someone that's trying to be your friend, leave them alone. What's up with it, yellow boy? You did where I'm coming from with that. You gotta know as grown people, everybody ain't playing. And this ain't taking shots. I just been seeing I, I'm gonna put it like this. I've been seeing a lot of white people. They got a lot to say. And they the only ones act like they know something. So this is what black people mean when we say you think you have white privilege. What's up, Ryan? I said on a Denver Broncos post that all I wanted was Deshaun Watson instead of Russell Wilson. I wish we'd have got it. But her response was, well, Deshaun Watson choked because Houston was up by 24 and Kansas City scored 40. We know how high powered Kansas City's offense is, first of all. Second of all, how he choked. But she failed to mention Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson being at the 1 yard line with Marshawn Lynch in the back. And he's so selfish and glory hungry that he threw a pick on the 1 yard in the Super Bowl. That's not choking to her. So and then I brought up Matt Ryan. I said, so when Matt Ryan blew that Super Bowl up like that with Tom Brady, Matt Ryan choked. I mean, the defense didn't have nothing to do with it. Then she said it was a combination between the both of them. That made no sense to me. That was stupid. Again, when somebody chokes in sports, we know what that means, right? That means you had a chance to do your part and you didn't. And it formulated the outcome of the game. And sometimes your part ain't to be the shining star of the team. And this is why I've never liked Russell Wilson ever since that day. Ever since that day, Marshawn Lynch could have leaned over the. Who gonna stop him on that line with the line pushed like that? Then you got Marshawn Lynch running behind him. Who gonna stop it? I don't think anybody could have. They ain't been stopping him all game. So you decide to take the ball out of the hands of the man that had your back, and now you gonna do it yourself. You're gonna do it yourself. I could see if it was on the 50, the 20, even the 10, I could see a pass play. But on the one, and you got Marshawn Lynch in the back behind you, I could see not having a premier running back not behind you and you passing the ball, being like, man, a fumble rooski. I could see that. But what I can't see is how in the world You think this is a good player. When you were on the 1 yard line, you got a guy that's been carrying you the whole game. We know Russell Wilson ain't never been a passing genius. He can't even see over the line. What did we get him for in Denver? To sell tickets, just like we did John Elway. I mean, uh, Peyton Manning. As you know, that year that we won the Super Bowl with Manning on it, he only played that game. He couldn't play. He was 0-5 the first 4 games. It wasn't from rock and roll, Brock Osweiler, who, if you'd asked me in Denver, that would have been a respectable guy to play that game. Right? This is what they get on LeBron James about constantly, right? Final seconds of the game, and he won't take the shot because he doesn't want to be seen as the one who choked, right? He doesn't take responsibility for being the king. But this Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, the last shot of the game belonged to them. We seen this time after time after time after time. Oh, we down by one. We need one basket. I got it. I'm the superstar. I'm the king. And the most asinine thing white people can always say is, I can't help you. Bitch, I didn't ask for your help. Fuck is wrong with you? What's up, Danny? I did not ask for your help. I made a simple statement and you got all this out of that. I wish we had Deshaun Watson. And your comment was, you can't act like Deshaun Watson didn't choke when Houston was up 24 to Kansas City. He don't play on defense, dumbass. The defense gave up 40 points in the second half. He don't play there. But you want him to put up 40 more? Against a really good camp. That I'm pretty sure that team won the Super Bowl that year. A really high-powered Kansas City Chiefs offense. But Russell Wilson, that's it's not choking. It's not choking when Russell Wilson throws a pick on the 1 yard line. And like I said, you got Marshawn Lynch in the back. Be different. You had me in the backfield. I'd have dug it. Okay, yeah, pass the ball. You got Marshawn Lynch back there. So what you did was you wanted Marshawn Lynch's credit, and you messed up the whole team, and you messed up everybody's Super Bowl ring because you couldn't play your part. One thing that great quarterbacks know, even Elway knew this. I'm gonna let my players be great. I'm the field general. I'm gonna let them be great. We don't have that in sports no more. That why a lot of these players, they say they good. When they come out, they don't be that good. You can tell as soon as they hit the, oh, he wasn't all that. We thought he was. Every year it's a bust. The Heisman Trophy winner is a bust. What does that tell you? Politics has nothing to do with really who's that good. We see a person that have a good season. We see him and surrounded by all the greatest players, like these guys from Bama. You break them up and send them to different NFL teams. We ain't heard about none of these niggas from Bama doing nothing. So if one college gets all the blue chip players, they're supposed to run shit. That's why I don't watch college football. It's stupid. If you ask me, I think that you shouldn't be able to recruit out of your state. Since you represent a state like Texas, your players should just come from Texas. They shouldn't come from California, Florida, and everywhere. They should come from Texas. Now the NFL different. Then you making money, you sign a contract, but at college, you should keep them players close where their family can see them still, like they did in high school. But even in high school, like Odessa Permian in Texas, ain't none of them. Most of that team ain't from Texas. Friday Night Lights. Wasn't none of them teams from none of them players from Texas. They were recruited people all over the country to make a high school look good. Which tell me that coach can't coach. He can't take what he got and make it work. He need the best players. Kind of like a bully. That's why I like Belichick. Half the players Belichick was beating your ass, which you didn't even heard of before. Belichick was tearing your ass up with people that you just never heard, you never saw them do nothing in high school, college, or anywhere. But he beating your ass with them because why? Do your job. Wasn't that ain't that the Bill the Pat slogan? Do your job. Now Marshawn Lynch done got me all the way to the 1 yard line. Time is running down. The Patriots ain't calling their timeouts. Then you decide in your mind, what's up, AZ? You decide in your mind that you're going to drop back and throw a pass, giving the defenders only 10 yards to have to defend. You got to understand that end zone ain't nothing but 10 yards deep. You don't think they can break on the ball, you idiot. How stupid can you be? There's not enough space. And you got one of the biggest running backs in the game that run over people. You got him in the backfield and you just didn't push. See, if I'd have been Pete Carroll, he wouldn't have played no more. That would have been his last game. I'd have got me a quarterback that could do his job. Pete Carroll make anybody. Geno Smith, he was with Denver. He couldn't win nothing, but he up there in Seattle looking way better than he looked in Denver. I hate to say this, Russell Wilson, but the Broncos ain't doing nothing but using you and Sierra to sell tickets. And they're not even using you as much as they're using your wife. And that's kind of sting, but that's what it was. You know, your coaching staff shouldn't have to tell you not to bring your entourage in the motherfucking dressing room and be a disturbance. I don't know great quarterbacks that do that. You're clearly a show off. You're not good at all. But I don't know who told you was. But Sean Payton, he got something to prove, and you can mess up if you want to. But that boy last night mess up one too many times. You gonna be mad as a old boy from the 49ers that's begging for a job now. You gonna be sitting down for the anthem, blaming it on Black Lives Matter or some shit. When you really lost your job, you wouldn't do your job. It's usually what happens when you don't do your job. You get fired. And I'm tired of women even commenting about football. Some of I'm pushing 50. I don't watch football since 79. The young white women is now analysts in football. What's up, Snoop? Take your ass and analyze sewing or some shit. Already. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was more of a hindrance than anything, Snoop, so I just got on up out of there. But now I'm just writing, ranting on people that don't even know the shit they say is racist. Then this bitch is gonna say I can't read. Like, I'm not even responding to what you're saying. In your dumbass mind, Deshaun Watson chokes because the team is up by 24 and Kansas City puts up 40, and that's a choke to you. That's a choke to you? That's how you choke. Are you stupid? But wait a minute, it gets better. Russell Wilson didn't choke when he threw a pick on the 1 yard line with 11 seconds in the Super Bowl and had Marshawn Lynch behind him. He didn't want Marshawn Lynch to get player of the game. He didn't want Marshawn Lynch to get that shine. He missed his selfishness messed off the whole team. That's why he in Denver. Pete Carroll tired of him. You don't get rid of great quarterbacks. Look how long it took Rodgers to leave Green Bay. Look how long. Look how long it took for Peyton Manning, even though they didn't like him in Indianapolis. Look how long it took for Indianapolis to get rid of him. Deshaun Watson was begging to come to Denver. And no sooner than they seen that superpower hit because they knew they couldn't stop Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, and Tim Patrick if they had Deshaun Watson. They knew that was going to be too good. That's too good of a team. Now, all of a sudden, he done molested a whole bunch of girls. Now he found guilty. You found not guilty in the court of law, but the NFL suspended you anyway for 8-9 games. You don't think that's a railroad? I mean, you got to be kidding me if you gonna let him get these massages by all these women as long as he stay there with you. But the moment he expresses that this ain't working for him, now all of a sudden he's molesting people. Class action lawsuits that they lost, and he still gets suspended. That boy done been through a lot. Meanwhile, Ben Roethlisberger stayed in Pittsburgh the whole time, and he was going in women in bathrooms molesting the women, from what I understand. But they mentioned that one time. I didn't see no class action lawsuit. Maybe he settled out of court. Maybe that's what happened. He settled out of court. Is that what he did? He paid it off not to stop talking, to stop telling the truth. I'm tired of these great players not being able to play their role. Like I said, LeBron James. If it's up to the last shot, who's gonna take the last shot? He ain't. That's why he can't even come close to being a GOAT or the king or none of that. He's not even a prince. He's a local joker, a big ass local joker. The only reason he's the king is because they said it coming out of high school, and he gonna be too big to fail. Like I say, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, last second of the last shot of the game, they taking that. Win, lose, or draw, they taking that. It belong to me. We seen it happen time after time after time after time again. Court generals, they run it. He could have took the last shot. One time he dished it after John Paxson. Paxson laid him out for the three wide because he was a court general. He took so much attention that there were two men guarding him. They made a man wide open, and he can shoot. So that's kind of the equivalent of Michael Jordan saying, "Y'all know I'm the best on the court, but I got a Marshawn Lynch behind me called John Paxson. He can punch it in there. Take this ball. I've done it enough times. You see the attention I attract. Russell Wilson couldn't do that. Selfish. Selfish. He audibled out that run and play and threw a pick on the one. He didn't even throw it high to a big receiver. He can't. He ain't no taller than me. That right there let me know that my favorite sport is entertainment and a business. It's not the sport anymore. None of these sports are sports anymore. They're all entertainment and business. They hate to be like this Russell Wilson, just in case you don't know. They don't give a damn whether you win or lose. It's just a lot of people like you and they'll buy tickets. That's it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're not that guy in the NFL. You were never that guy in the NFL. That's why when Carroll got tired of you, he said, go somewhere else. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find an idiot that'll take you. Oh, Denver, you gonna give us all these draft picks for this nigga? And pay him that much? Ooh, all right. Better luck with that shit. Yeah, we'll take Gino. Gino over in Seattle looking good. You know what I said? Everybody ain't gonna play with you. Sometimes you gotta tell the truth. That's why I like the statement when they said that the Patriots was running up the score on people and that wasn't cool. No, they were doing their job. My job is to score. Your job is to stop me. If you can't stop me, that's not my fault. I have to do my job. What's going on, Songbird? You make sure Songbird got a wrench while I'm in it. She's one of the most talented singers I done seen in a long time. Oh yeah, she got a wrench. I really enjoy when she sing all her hooks and everything. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm just saying, AZ. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. She's a songbird. I didn't even know she was as old as she was till she said it. Her age, she's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. On top of she's a country girl in Cali. There's a reason why there's a song says, "I wish they all could be California girl." They all my exes live in Texas. What that song tell you? They cool for a while, but they not all, and you can't do nothing with them. But the Beach Boys said, "I can't wait to get back in the States, back to the cutest girls in the world." Already. Oh, like she can't be that old. Makeup or no makeup, she can't be that old. She's somebody lying. And she be putting it down in that game. She know what she doing. So that lets you know she can work with her hands. She's highly coordinated. And I love California. I don't know why I don't have no kids about any girl in California. I don't. They all my exes live in Texas. Literally. Yeah, I can't believe you that old. You should. A man. We don't. Gentlemen, we don't. I was raised as a gentleman. There's two things you don't ask a woman: her weight and her age. Those are things she'll offer you when she get ready. The funny thing, everybody I date in Texas is younger than me. Everybody I date in California is older than me because I don't know they that much older. And we be out on dates and stuff, and they be looking at me like I heard one dude. I was in the cabaret at Pachanga with a lady I was dating. She dropped dead gorgeous too. Adelina just dropped dead gorgeous, and we were dancing, and he says he walks up. He's hurt because I don't know, his girl probably 5'11", 340. You know, she looked like Jabba the Hutt. When she walked, she looked like she hula hooping walking at the same time. Black dude too. He didn't even say congratulations. Well, you wear it well, girl. You look good. He didn't even say congratulations. You know, his response to me was he walked up to me, hey man, how you doing? Cool. Like, oh man, nice to meet you. As he walked off, his snide remark was, and she heard him too. His snide remark was, yeah, man, get that money. And she was like, get that money. Oh yeah, I watched it. I watched it. 41 nothing blowout. I say Russell Wilson, he got him. The only way out. I'm be honest with you. That was his snide remark to me. Get that money. And she said, dang. That she told him, she said, sir, because she's so dope with her words. She said, excuse me, sir, but that remark was very uncalled for. Number one, he took me out on this date. Number two, his family owns two dog grooming businesses here. Um, Number three, he drives a Mercedes. Sir, what do you drive? And she said, and I didn't know any of this before I started dating him. She said, damn, bro. Moderator, managing moderator, AZ. That's my brother there. He a managing moderator. You should saw how small he made him look. And then she says, "Is that your girlfriend?" And he just kind of he looked at her and put his head down and didn't say yes or no. And she said, I think it is. That's who you came with. She said, so maybe she has to pay people to be with her, but I don't have to pay people to be with me. I have a long list of men that you know want to date me, but I like him because number one, he tells the truth right off top. So he gives me the decision to be with him or not. He didn't have to tell me anything about him. She said, what I really like about him is what you see is what you get. He doesn't have any hidden agenda. Yep, Orange Crush. That's what she told him. She said he doesn't have any hidden agenda. He doesn't ask me for anything. She said he's the first man that I've dated that never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, ever treated my dates like like it was a job interview. He didn't ask me what I was doing, what I do for a living. He didn't take me on the expensive date, the first date. No, we went to the park. And then we went to the swap meet down in it was right outside of Moreno Valley. Dang, God, what little city that was. It could start with a P. Or maybe it was in Noval. And we walked around and I saw what really turned me on about her. I saw how she treated the less fortunate. How she held the door open for old people. What was a real attractive thing about it? Everybody at her job loves her. Thank you, Redhead. Everybody at her job loved her. Like she had no problems. Always positive. She would see things and then she had this very good articulate way of showing me this is what's happening. Because I still be in Cali right now. Had I saw things in. I'm so good at staying out of people's business, but this time I should have been in people's business because I didn't know what was going on in my family's interaction with each other. But they were falling apart, and I had no idea. And so I was just collateral damage. And I was like, things are going crazy. I'm gone, man. I don't know what to do. And at the time, like I said, at the time, I still had ties in Texas that I really needed to clip and burn, and I hadn't. So the people in Texas still waiting for, because I was just supposed to be going to help them open up the grown shop. It's called Grubby Dogs in Temecula. One in Temecula and one in Marietta. I was just supposed to be going, and now my sister-in-law makes her own soap for the dogs. But I was, if I had known that, I would have did things better. But they were going through it. Long story short, they were going through it, and I was working there. And then after the shop was all set up and everything was running well, it had already been set up, but I was helping with little, stuff that they couldn't find people to do. I was doing it, the little stuff, the little important stuff, like going every weekend. On days we were closed, I go and wash all the walls and knock all the hair off the walls, make it smell real good, stuff like that. And my brother, because they weren't getting along, he fired me. And she told me to come back. And then when I went back to work, he walked in and was like, didn't I tell you that you can't come up here anymore? And before any structure messed up, I just came on back to Texas after talking to my mom. Get out of that. But see, I didn't know that they was in turmoil. And I lived with them. But I wasn't in their business. I don't know. Y'all arguing. Not my thing. So, like I say, I was collateral damage because I was offered a contract to work for a substantial amount of money that my sister-in-law had gave me. And I signed the contract. I was like, bet I'm here, not going back. I could actually build a life for myself here. This is the most money I've ever made anywhere. And I love her today for that still. Me and her still. I ain't call my sister. I call her my sister. I call her right now. But then again, I'm not into using people. So whenever she got a business idea, she do call me. Hey Chris, this is what I'm doing. Do you want to do this? If you don't want to do this, and she know I'm gonna follow her lead, yeah, sure. Let's go. Don't hold nothing against her. One of the greatest people I've ever met. And then you just meet like most of the people I meet from California on YouTube were just dope ass, laid back, chill people. And the girls out there, one thing I like girly girls, so they concentrate on being pretty. Versus Texas women don't really concentrate on it like that. They try, but they're not like California girl. Like California girl, she ain't going to Walmart in a bonnet, slides and sweats in the morning. Like she just woke up, rolled out of bed, said Walmart. No, it's gonna take her 2-3 hours to get ready. I said I was dating Adelina. Okay, baby, we're going because where we had to go. We had to go somewhere with him and somewhere to go to Walmart. It was Walmart somewhere close to that. And she was like, we have to go here and go to Walmart. I just want to go to Walmart, see what they got. Like that. Let's roll. What's up, Cole? And she said, you know what she said? She said, I hate that I fell in love with you because I knew things might not go right. She said, but you know what made me fall in love with you? I said, what? She said, when your brother did that, but you would still, when we go out to eat, you would still take that business card and you would put it up and tell them about Grubby Dogs. Everywhere you go, you lived it. You would still wear the shirt. I said, well, my nephew and my niece still gotta eat. Regardless of what they going through, my nephew and niece still gotta eat. No matter him firing me, that's still a family business. They still gotta eat. She said, that's when I fell in love with you. Because I found out that your love for people, it ain't contingent on them loving you. You love people anyway. You're so selfless. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I found out that I didn't, but I've always been like this. You gonna like me for me, or you ain't gonna like me at all. You ain't gonna like me for what I got. You ain't gonna like me for my time I might be able to give. What's up, BD? Good stuff, BD. I was in there, good stuff. I was back and forth. I had another paid chat. I had promised somebody that I was gonna go to. My partner Info Pete that be up here on the panel sometimes. He's doing a local broadcast station in New York that I'm trying to get there by October, November to hang out with him and do that with him. We might be doing Zooms on his local broadcast station and stuff like that, but I really value Pete. And she's always told me whenever you meet somebody, you make sure they're just as selfless as you. And now Adelina, her husband, I hope she's married to the guy. You know, he cut the uh and she deserved it. He cut the hair of all the athletes in LA. Like his barbershop has a bar in it too, because you can do that now in Cali. I heard that is dope. Go to the barbershop and the bar at the same time. That is dope. And to have a relationship, just a friendly relationship, still with an ex like that, I never had that except for with her. She still call and check on me. You all right? Yeah, I'm good. What's going on? Just thought about you. Same with me. Atlanta, you good? Yeah, fine. Then she'll tell me stuff. She said, "Oh my God, we went to the Lakers game and we were front row and he was arguing. He was arguing with the one of the players and they got kicked out." She said, "I was so embarrassed." And she said, "That's I just don't. I let him go do that by himself now." She said, "But I wanted to experience because she don't like a lot of attention. She's not an attention seeker. She don't like to be on the big spotlights and stuff like that." And so they got in the car and she was like, "You embarrassed me. We got kicked out the game early in the first quarter." And she don't know nothing about basketball because she's a girly girl. So she's like, "I don't even know. I was trying to learn what was going on." And he was like, "I'm sorry, but I thought that was great." And she was like, "What? He's like, this is the greatest night of my life. I got kicked out for arguing with a player." And she just didn't understand it. But as a man, you understand that. That's dope. That's a story to tell. I remember that time I got kicked out the game because I told her, you know, she was different. She was different. And I just thought that was sick. I thought that was awesome. But like I say, man, we as people, then on my private chat that I was getting on the other app where they pay you in the back chats, everybody's arguing like little children. And it's always a black and white thing. I get that completely. Because some people, and I don't think that, I just want to know what you got to look like in order to be a good person. And what do you have to look like in order to be a bad person? We've got to get over ourselves. Like, nobody here picked their parents. You were just the winner. of the sperm race. Every single one of us was just the winner of the sperm race. That's how we got here. Your sperm was either the strongest or the fastest, but anyway, it penetrated the egg, and that's how you became. You know what I mean? And I found out something. You can't have a debate with everybody, especially obnoxious people, because once their point is, what's up, boss man? Once their point is unvalid, well, then they start calling you names. And I'm like, well, after that, I just say, I stop calling names, y'all. I don't even call names no more. Oh, we're resorting to calling names. You know, you can only live by your own convictions, right? You know what that means? That means you can only feel the way you would feel if somebody told you something and you knew you was losing. So if I'm a moron, that's how you feel. Don't throw that shit on me. You feel like a moron because I ask a question and you refuse to answer the question. You resort to calling me a name because you now you know if you answer that question, you prove my point. Game over. So now you want to get in the pissing contest. I'm not gonna do it with you, homie. I ain't gotta pee. Like I say, man, we get grown. It don't take much for me to just say, I don't mess with you no more. It don't take much at all for me to say, I don't mess with you no more. You rather me dislike you, because if I dislike you and I argue with you, that means I got some kind of love for you. But if I don't say shit to your ass, just know you don't even matter, homie. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. You don't even matter. You can talk, speak, be as nice as you want to be, all that though. I don't want none of that shit. Stay over there. Who are you? I think I see ghosts. But that's why the name of the title is Everybody Ain't Gonna Play With You. Some of us real people, we don't have that time to exuberate any more bad energy or make ourselves mad, make my heart beat faster, go to sweating because you acting a damn fool. I'm gonna let you act a damn fool. I'm not in the. I'm getting good at this. I'm no longer in the working myself up. I'm not gonna call you no name after you call me a name because then I'll be just like you. I don't want to be like you. I want to be like me. Just don't resort to certain things getting on your level. I know who I am. I know what I do. A lot of that ain't your business. I give you what I want you to have when it comes to my business. Do I go through things? Hell yeah, all the time. But I ain't finna bring it to the stream and stress y'all out with it. Or have somebody really like playing my friend for a while just to get some information so that they can run my name in the ground when they get mad at me. I see how people operate. So every time you see me, y'all be doing good, and it's gonna hurt your feelings that I'm doing good. When you can choose to be happy on your own, I can't make that choice for you. But this is a sick, miserable society we live in this great country. People fighting to get over here to be part of this sick, miserable way of doing things we do over here. Citizens of the United States of America are sick. Sick. We know we're sick because no one can control themselves without dope. And I don't care if you get it off the street or you get it from the hospital or the doctor told you. You can't control yourself without the dope. And I'm not talking about ailments. I'm not talking about illnesses. I'm talking about your mind. There ain't no way in hell you can tell me you believe in God, but you need anxiety pills. I don't believe you. You either believe in God or you believe in that doctor, but you can't do both. Another red flag I found that I kind of been knowing is if the closest people that you love the most don't talk to you or they have to cut you off when you go into a certain sector like a Debbie Downer. Y'all remember Debbie Downer on SNL on Saturday Night Live? Everything was all good, all good. Everybody's talking, have a great conversation, and then she take a piece of that conversation and just tell you the worst part of the life about it. Nobody wants to be around you like that. I don't want friends that when I'm having a bad day and we talking in confidence and I tell you how my day is going bad venting, you say, "Are you done?" Instead of providing a solution or making me think in another way. Are you done? But then you call me crying all the time and it's all wrong all the time. The government's fucked up, your mama fucked up, your kids fucked up, everybody fucked up but you. At some point, you gotta look in the fucking mirror and say, maybe I'm fucked up. And that's just my 2 cents. That's just my 2 cents. It might not mean much, and it might mean a lot, but I don't give a damn what it means. They asked me how I felt about Black Lives Matter. How do you feel about Black Lives Matter? Because the way you present things, we just want to hear your intake. That's the stupidest shit ever. If I got to tell you I matter, then I probably don't. And I don't even want to matter to some people. If you don't like me, I don't want to matter. If you like a Ku Klux Klan guy that like to kill black people, I don't even want to exist. I don't want you to know I'm alive. I'm better off not mattering. But I matter to somebody. My mama, my sister, my niece, my nephew, people that call me, my child in there, my wife in there, the lady at my job. I matter to somebody. I ain't gotta matter to nobody. I ain't gotta be the superstar. Then another question was posed. What is your purpose in life? I like small purposes. I don't like the big shit. Like, to me, life ain't about the end result. It's about how you got to the end result. You know how you everybody thinks their life is predicated on how much money they make, how much they job pay, and all the things they've accomplished. How did you accomplish it? Did you help somebody on the way? Or did you help yourself? Did you love somebody on the way or did you love yourself? Did you hinder somebody? Did you lie on somebody to get where you get? Now I'm talking to the corporate world now because that's how it works. Now I'm talking to the corporate world now. Because if you ain't willing to lie, steal, and cheat in the corporate world, you ain't gonna make it. Don't even try. They don't have the morals. Business ethics and regular ethics and morals are two different ball games. That's why I just don't want to step back in the corporate world ever again. You can keep that shit. If I gotta demoralize myself in order to look good, that's not true upliftment. If I gotta put you down in order for me to look good, that's not true upliftment. Because guess what? What happens when I'm gone or you're gone and I need something to stand on to look good and I just don't look good because I look good? I can't go out my own mirror. What happens? Cat's out the bag then, huh? You ain't shit. You finally realize that, right? Then if you got real friend, your real friend to tell you this, it shouldn't have to come off a stream or from TikTok or somebody saying some slick shit. And it's a lot of single women that give relationship advice. Why you ain't got nobody? When I look for relationship advice, I go to people that have been married or in relationships for a really long time and it's working. I ask them how to figure that question. I ain't gonna go to nobody with I I'm going with to somebody with nobody and ask them how to treat everybody. What do they know about that? I mean, I hear them talking, but what you saying and your actions is two different things. How you lonely, but you got all this advice? All these self-help books. What helped you might not help me. That's why it's called a self-help book. You should have wrote that shit to yourself. Why do people even buy self-help books? From somebody that clearly needs your help in order for the book to be successful. That ain't self-help. That's support. What are we doing? Are we stupid? I mean, or am I dumb? Y'all let me know. Am I dumb? How the fuck you help yourself? But in order for this book to thrive and be a bestseller, I got to buy it, and everybody got to buy it. But you help your damn self, right? You just a damn lie. And you should have close friends around you that could tell you when you full of shit and you should be able to accept it. If you got close friends around you that's really trying to help you and tell you when you ain't worth a damn and you can't take it, you didn't like them from the get go. You just wanted somebody, you just wanted a cheerleader. You just wanted somebody cheering for you. And I don't keep nobody, I don't have nobody around me kissing my ass because if you kiss my ass, you don't stab me in the back. You already back there. I cut that shit off fast. I don't like that shit. Don't kiss my ass. Keep it real with me. If I'm being a fuck boy at any instance, I like for my friends to say, hey man, you fucking up. That ain't right. I like to have that. Why I keep my sister and my mama close to me. That's real love. Real love don't let you do what the fuck you want to do and then make excuses for it. Like I said, I was only gonna be on here for about an hour. It's 10:38, 10:40 here. I gotta wake up early in the morning. I want to get a couple games of basketball there. So I'm gonna check out, go play me some 2K, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, Chef, my brother Chef will be streaming. We'll have some fun talking. And shout out to everybody. One love.